Hi everyone, welcome to Coats and Jackets, and today I'm doing another spooky video for Halloween. Today I wanted to have another look at some of the things in my Goosebumps collection since I did top 5 favorite books. So rather than a more structured top 5, I thought I would do just 5 more things to give you goosebumps. Since it got mentioned in the last Goosebumps top 5 video, I thought I would start by talking about collector's caps, or pogs. I did have the Goosebumps pogs, all of them, and there weren't very many. There was like 13 in the set, and I don't know if they did any more after that or not. They might have, and I just didn't know about it. It also came with a slammer that was like, you know, very shiny, and was meant to be somewhat holographic-like. This was a big, super big thing to do in the 90s, and it was of their new signature character, Curly, who was meant to be that narrator type, much like Tales from the Crypt Keeper had that narrator. The caps themselves were based off of different Goosebumps books, so the pictures on them matched the different colors. The second thing I wanted to talk about was Goosebumps Jewelry. Who remembers this stuff? Now this, when this came out, and it's a bit hard to see from the distance here, so I will do a close-up shot. It was a really big deal because this was the closest to true holographic. This stuff had really come up to this point. I used to have 2 keychains as well, but I remember they got really beat up, and so you couldn't really see the holographic anymore because the surface was so scratched and I had to throw it away. But I do still have the pin, even though the back is missing. And the pin is for the Haunted Mask, and the necklace was for the Abominable Snowman from Pasadena. The third thing I wanted to mention was some of the new Goosebumps books. I'm not really collecting the new books. I do want to finish getting the old set because I'm very close to having the full original run of Goosebumps books, so I have been hunting around in thrift stores for them, but I'm yet to find any. I think a lot of people must have held on to their Goosebumps. I did pick up the Monster Survival Guide because I am an absolute sucker for these types of books. This book basically just details a bunch of the different monsters that show up in the new movie, and it gives you a bit more information about them and their book appearances and that kind of thing. So it's like a little profile book. I have a bunch of these for Buffy and everything as well. I'm such a sucker for this. I also picked up this new Goosebumps Hall of Horrors book because the story itself seemed fairly interesting, and I wanted to see what some of the new books were like. The cover too was really appealing. There's another book in this line. There's not very many in this series. I think there's 6. It was the Son of Slappy, so there is a new Slappy the Dummy story that I want to pick up just because it's Slappy the Dummy. The fourth thing I want to mention is the Goosebumps Web of Mystery game. There were a number of Goosebumps board games, the most popular one being a graveyard game that came out in the US that I don't believe really made it here to Canada. This particular game, however, is Canadian made in partnership with YTV. Of course, it's got your standard typical picture of kids playing it on the back. They're very engrossed and like smiling a lot at this. It's a huge playmat. It came with 4 character pieces after 3 characters from the book. So the mummy from the Mummy's Purse, the monster hamster, Curly, the narrator, and of course everybody's favorite, Slappy. So you roll dice for your turn to move around the board, and as you move around the board, you land on certain blocks that give you different actions. Some of them allow you to take a disc from the middle And when you take a disc from the middle, basically you mark it off on your little check sheet, which you keep hidden, and then you shuffle it back into the center. One of the discs has already been removed and is hidden to one side so that the players don't know which one it is, and you basically go through different discs of each of the books until you figure out which is the mystery or hidden disc. Honestly, it was a pretty simple game and not that replayable. Lastly, and this is my favorite and my newest addition, is Slappy, the dummy bobblehead. I actually got this for free. I built up enough points at HMV to get this and a couple blind boxes totally for free. And I am so excited because it looks so good. I haven't opened it yet. I thought I'd do that now. It just looks so much like the actual Slappy. I do have the book there for comparison. Like, it just looks so good. And I don't know if you remember the TV show Slappy. He was with his red, crazy curly hair and didn't look like what I first expected. I mean, there were really good episodes of the show, but not what you expected to see. Alright, here goes. Here it is. Oh, wow. It looks better than the picture on the box. Look at that. This is a really nice heavyweight, and the paint job on this is just fantastic. Yeah, when you picture Slappy, this is what you picture, for sure. The paint's a little sloppy at the hands. I don't know how well you can see that. There's a bit of overspill of his pants onto the tips of his fingers and the sides of his hands onto his sleeves and pants. They're a little, that's slightly disappointing. But otherwise the paint job looks really good, especially those eyes. They've been done with a semi-gloss paint instead of a matte finish like the rest of it, so that they look like fake eyes. So this was 5 more things to give you goosebumps. I hope you guys enjoyed this little look at my collection of Goosebumps stuff, including some newer items. And I'm hoping to have another video ready soon where I give you guys a better look at the full book collection. If you like this video, I'll have a playlist with other top 5 videos in the links down below. Thanks so much for watching. Happy Halloween, everybody.